Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers and home to some of the most loyal fans in the sport where, once again, Memorial Stadium will be sold out. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Huskers will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Off the play fake on first down. Wasting no time taking a shot. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And I love it. First play of the game, they're trusting their quarterback to take a shot. He got the coverage he wanted. He found his one-on-one matchup, and his guy made a play. You cannot start better than that, fellas.
They'll try the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quick release by the QB. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Tripped up for the tackle.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down and shoot. And I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Discards him with the stiff arm. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short, now set up in a first and goal situation.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
It's now second and goal.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Well, and how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So an 82-yard drive there, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. It'll pay off big time and late in the season.
To the air, it's Baptiste. He looks that one in nicely. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through to action.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play, it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
The Huskers want to pick up the tempo. He's back to throw on second down. Going to try to get it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of hands.
After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. From the gun, the running back looking for room. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Catch in the middle, it's Hall. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Cornhuskers! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Texas offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's going to pass on second down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive?
All kinds of running room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Motion from the offense. They'll go right back to the run. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Going up top on first down. He's got it on the move. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. And the Huskers headed quickly to the line. Here comes the option. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Nebraska! Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Sending the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quick strike complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against the elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win. But you got to take those chances. You got to be aggressive. The offense won that one. At least it wasn't a huge game-changing play.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. Goes to the option. Now the toss. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. The snap sets up the throw. Buys a little time. The sure hands, it's Hardy. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a first and goal.
Using the quick game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. bangs it through for an extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Here comes the offense on first down. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback will audible. Looking downfield, it's Baptiste. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Huskers in the hurry up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on second down. He's going to take off. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Looking for his man. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Nebraska.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, Nick Burt. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Back to throw, it's Baptiste. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Husker!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Longhorns are in the hurry up. Those horns are up, and they are sharp in the running game.
Yeah, just pounding the rock, playing physical. And I think when you think about great Texas teams, you probably think about the running game, the physicality. And I could go through so many backs for Cedric Benson and Ricky Williams and all those guys that, and just recently Bijan Robinson, high draft picks, really, really good running backs.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one. It's 2nd and 14. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires downfield. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll call for the fair catch here. So let's Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Baptiste. Release to the back. Got his man on the right. He's loose. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Past the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they go back on top. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And the Huskers moving quickly to the line. To throw, it's Baptiste. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
He'll do it himself. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Well, Lil Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now with this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like, habit, which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by 4 over Texas A&M. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The give to the back. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Red pass, it's complete.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking deep. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. The Huskers want to crank the tempo. Just going to keep it after the snap. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. They'll run the option. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas, 21.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Looking to throw on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Washington. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
He wants to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Unleashes it. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
That's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Tough linebackers getting after quarterbacks. The Huskers have a rich tradition of that.
Yeah, and you think about the black shirts, and you hear that if you're a Nebraska fan, you know exactly what that means. Guys that are different, guys that see it, that hunt it, that go get the football like this guy just did.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. Wide receiver shows motion. The DBs will back off a bit. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Fires the pass, intercepted. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Nebraska 38, Texas 21.
First down to start the drive after the break. To the air, it's Baptiste. Getting some heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. This quarterback part of their running game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Loss of 4 on the play. Third down coming up.
A third and long coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. It's complete to the right. Slips a tackle and he's got room. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Now, a 4th down.
Wide out in motion. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for...
Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
Well, the defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving up a first down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, they're going to win this game.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Catch in the middle, it's Vega. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. He lofts one down the sideline. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Texas!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
A run for the quarterback. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. The Cornhuskers come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Baptiste. The throw. It's complete on the right side. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
there are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw on second down. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Caught near the sideline, it's Nelson. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
To the air, it's Baptiste. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Huskers line it up with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Touchdown, Huskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Getting set for the point after. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college.
He'll take the deep shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on down.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Motion from the offense. They'll go back to the air on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Already proven reliable. Once he'll try a second field goal, this one a 37-yarder. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
He's going up top here late in the game. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Big first down sack for the defense, brings up second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On second down, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hardy. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Longhorns want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 4th down, going to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Got it. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Finds his big tight end. Into the end zone for the 2, and now it's a 12-point game. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know, as a quarterback, the worst thing you can do when you throw a go route is overthrow it, because the only thing that can happen is an incompletion like it did right there. The best thing to do sometimes is to underthrow, because your guy can come back, make the catch.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Flips it out in the flat. And that is how we will wrap this one up. You know what's great about rivalry games?